There we go. Hello, 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 ladies. How are we doing?
Hello. Doing
Hello.
good.
Can we hear me okay?
Hello. Yeah, I can
Hello,
hear you.
hello. We're going to give people a few minutes to trickle in here. But as we let people into the waiting room, I want to
Want to turn
hear
on
from
top?
you ladies. What is a win so far from day one of our 4-day challenge?
I'm here.
All right, Miss Sarah, she's got her hand raised.
You're cutting out. So I didn't get what you said.
We're sharing wins.
Oh,
All right, Miss Sarah, let's start with you. Let's hear a win so far.
found more pretty rocks.
So before I used to kind of always get an ice cap in the morning because I leave for work at like 6 a.m. And that's just too early for me. But today I did my usual like half asleep drive through Tim's and then I remembered this challenge and I was like, oh my God, I've already failed. So I got an iced coffee instead. And I was so
Hey.
disgusted by it and I only drank like a third because they just made it so bitter. And I was
Oh,
like, whatever. I didn't get the ice cap. I made a healthier choice. And
yes.
yeah, that's a win.
I love that. Thinking about that 1% better, right? Like that's what's going to be sustainable is still allowing yourself that balance while still trying to make more intentional choices going forward. And so it's like it doesn't happen overnight. And when you go into that restrictive mode, that's when we end up falling back off track and ending up in that binge. And so it's like when we're trying to figure out like a structured program for ourselves and really start moving ourselves in that right direction of us like crushing our protein or our fiber or our calories like we've done in the past, really trying to dial in on like what am I currently eating, and then like audit your day or audit like 2 or 3 days that are typical for you, and then really dive into looking at each category. And sometimes we do this like one-on-one with clients too when we notice like we're having a hard time staying within our calories or hitting our protein goals. It's looking at that audit and going, okay, where can we over on the calories, where can we reduce some of those calories, where are we adding things in our day that might be additional, like the ice cap where we could cut back and do an iced coffee next time, and then the next time we get an iced coffee maybe it's getting less sugar or less cream, right? And it's just like 1% working towards making it still enjoyable without it being as calorically dense. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
I love that. Love that we were in your mind this morning, Miss Sarah, as you started your day and were able to change just one positive decision first thing in the morning. I love that. Who's next? Who wants to share another win?
I got one.
All right, let's hear it, Miss Lisa.
I always in the past, I'll make a meal plan but I kind of keep it close to my chest because, the old diet mentality, you don't want to, you know, get everyone kind of going, oh my God. So, anyways, this time around, I've got my meal plans and I've actually shared it with everyone else in the family who cooks and went, this is what I'm eating for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
So that's big for me. I tend to I don't hide it, but I tend to I guess feel embarrassed by it, feel shamed by it because for so many years dieting was something you did because you were fat and that was shameful. But thank
Mm.
God times have changed and it's
So
not like that anymore.
I'm curious, what mindset shift did we have to make to really take back our power and be able to declare out loud that you were setting boundaries with your health and fitness goals?
That this isn't something to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's weird. I know it's weird. And it's something that I've also changed the shift from this is my diet, this is my diet plan to this is how I'm nourishing myself.
Yes, that's a powerful mindset shift and really like identifying that what you're doing right now isn't coming out of shame or hatred for your body. It's now coming from a place of love and gratitude for your body and being able to show up in the ways that you're capable and being able to push the limit and becoming the strongest, healthiest version of you. And like that is super inspiring. Like that shouldn't be something that we feel shameful for. And I think that there's a lot of like misconception in the past of when women are prioritizing their health and fitness goals that it should be shamed or quieted, or that it's like, oh, we got people in the waiting room, sorry. Um, and really being
My
able
dogs are
to
losing their shit.
oops, really being able to notice like
Hang on one sec. I gotta
oh.
mute you. Hang on one sec.
Waiting room.
Enough, you guys. Sorry. Parcel delivery. Dogs lose their mind.
No worries, no worries. What was I
But
saying?
yeah, the 70s and 80s were a completely different era of dieting.
Yeah, and I think right now it's really changing that mentality and taking your power back and like really proving to people that like you're doing this because you have so much self-love and respect for yourself. You're not doing this anymore from a place of hatred. You're doing this out of a place of love and being able to take your power back and really showing people the way that the more that I implement discipline and say no to things now, I am opening up doors and saying yes to things in the future. And so we're really like delaying that immediate gratification now so that we can earn the results that we're looking for with a healthy, strong, pain-free body and being able to live limitlessly, right? And being able to go for all these fun adventures. But I think oftentimes we even get slowed down by our circle because when they see us doing the difficult thing, they want the result that we want, that we're working hard for. But then they see all of the restrictions, quote unquote, or all the discipline that we have to put into place to be able to create that identity shift and become the type of person who is acting in accordance to that overall goal and result. And they see it as such a difficult obstacle and mountain for themselves that they feel so impossible that they would rather knock you down a level and make you feel shame or guilt and telling you, oh, that's so restrictive that you do that. When in reality, like they want the result you want, they're just not willing to put the work in. So they'd rather try to knock you down so that you're at their level as well. And so really identifying that when it comes to who is around you and who are going to be your biggest supporters, and the ones that are tearing you down often are times are coming from a place of just really wanting the results that you want but not willing to put the work in because they recognize it's not easy, right? We've been doing this and like it does require intentionality, it does require work, it does require relentless consistency. But on the other side of not showing up, what is the hard that we're choosing? Do we want to choose the hard now of showing up and doing the things? Or do we want to choose the hard of later on having to pay the consequences of not actually following through and showing up and proving to ourselves how strong and capable we really are?
What she said.
Hello, Miss Pamela. Let me see if anyone else is in the waiting room here. Anyone else would like to share a win with us before we get started into today's live training?
Today's win?
Yeah.
No, I don't have one yet.
What? You woke up today. I think that's a win. You got out of
okay.
bed today. That's a win.
Okay.
You have
All
a
right.
strong, capable body that got you to work. That's a win.
Okay. You got me.
We had the ability to hop on today's live training. Another win.
That's right. And I managed to get my timing, so I'm only a few minutes late.
Woo! She made it. She made it.
There you go.
All right. Any last wins before we dive into today's training?
I have one.
Miss Angela, let's go. Let's hear it.
No matter what, and being in pain, I still persevere and keep going no matter what.
Hell yes, Miss Angela. Miss Angela, tell the girls like
she's my hero. Angela's my hero.
Stop it.
If anyone hasn't met Miss Angela, she is the walking definition of hard work, resilience, and just pushing through adversity. I'm gonna admit Miss Leah here.
Angela kicks butt. Hi,
Miss Angela kicks butt. She absolutely does. And Miss Angela, why don't you share one thing about why you have committed to your health and fitness journey and why you continue to get back up even when life is constantly throwing obstacles in our direction?
I would say to be that 1% better, to keep going and persevere no matter what, to stand back up every time swinging, because we've been through hard things before. We know there's going to be hard things in the future. To know that even if you're in a dark place, that you still have a spark, and we're there to ignite them and keep going and and persevering.
Absolutely. I love that. And Miss Angelo, what do you feel would be the consequence long term if you didn't get back up and if you didn't keep pushing through, even though there are times where, life is really trying us and really is testing us to see how disciplined we are and how committed we are to the goals we set in place?
Hmm. I would say we get left behind,
Mm,
maybe stepped on a little bit. Uh,
mm.
wouldn't feel like we're accomplished, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I love that.
We can choose to be better or bitter. So
Ooh, I like
I'm better.
Ooh. Ooh, we could choose to be better or bitter. I love it. I
I'm
love
writing
that.
that down.
Ladies, if you don't already have a pen and paper out, I would definitely suggest grabbing one because today's live is going to be packed with value and we're already 10 minutes in. So let's dive into today's training and get some value delivered to you all.
Can I ask you a question first, please, Lucy?
Yes, absolutely. What's up, Miss Pamela?
Okay, I'm still a little confused. Is this a 31-day challenge or a 4-day challenge? And
you ladies are enrolled. My clients are in a 31-day challenge. You
okay,
are all committed for the month. There's no 4 days. You guys are in this for life. Let's be real. But
okay.
We're
but
lifers.
but we did a 4-day challenge to invite some new ladies to help kickstart their fitness journey so they can come have some fun with you ladies in this positive and uplifting community and really help boost them into momentum going into the summer so that they can establish some of the healthy habits that y'all have been working so hard to establish as a lifestyle and help motivate them along the way to show them that it's possible and carving the path to success.
okay, got it.
Amazing, amazing. All right, so I am going to start sharing my screen with you all. And then I'm going to pin myself. Doop,
Look at those muscles.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pin
Hey, Miss
myself.
Lucy, what's
Yes.
your win today?
What's my win today? Ooh, that
Yeah.
I get to hop on this live training with you all and also being able to connect with so many new women in the community that are super excited and passionate about kickstarting their fitness with us all. So it's been a great day. It's been awesome.
Right on.
Okay, can we all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to try and switch over to my iPad. So that's fine. Go ahead. I'll just keep going, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay, all right. I'm going to hit live so I can share today's live training with our Instagrammers as well and show them what they're missing out on for this 4-day challenge. All right, all right. All right, we are now live. Let's go, ladies. All right, today's training is all about becoming her. We are deciding to step into your strongest, most energized, most
Recording in
confident
progress.
self that is aligned with every action today with the highest version of who you are becoming. And then we're going to go next here.
I've got you in stereo.
Okay, anyone who's not muted, mute because I'm getting some playback. Just for while we're going through the slideshow here. All right, so this version of you that you are working so hard towards, that you envision and know possible for yourself, she already exists. That version of you is already out there, the one that is aligned with everything that you say you want to become. And I truly believe that the universe doesn't give you a desire to become more without knowing that that version of you already exists. And the only thing that is standing between you and her is a simple decision. So this is going to come down to your self-identity, really coming down to the foundations of behavior change, identifying who you are, the behavior that is required to get the outcome that you are seeking. Most people try to change their outcomes. high performing women change their identity. When you decide who you are, your behaviors will follow naturally. You don't push yourself to act like her, you become her, and the actions become inevitable. Who is her? Right? Like, if we don't know who we're trying to become, what the goal is, if we're not crystal clear, we don't get to where we don't know we want to get to, right? If I just open up my GPS and I put no address and just start driving around, I'm not going to get to the destination because I don't know where I'm going. And so it's really important that we take the time to really analyze, who do we want to become? Like, how would that best version of you carry herself when she walks into a room? How she speaks with calm authority. She doesn't shrink herself to make others comfortable. How does she treat herself, not just others? Because I know the majority of you ladies are people pleasers, and that everyone else comes first before you, and that you are constantly putting yourself on the back burner. And this is one of the things that we really need to identify as a negative habit. And we need to start changing this pattern to becoming your own best friend, to prioritizing you, yourself first, filling your own cup first so that you can fill into others and over pour into others versus pouring from that empty cup and leading to burnout. So she honors her body. She honors her time and her energy. She sets boundaries without the guilt, and she chooses herself day in and day out. And how she shows up, she's consistent, not perfect, but she does the hard things anyways. She leads from her values, not her fear or her feelings. So let's get honest here, ladies. Where are you now, right? With that same destination map, if we want to know where we're getting to, not only do we need to know the destination, we also need to know where we're coming from to create that roadmap, right? And so before we talk about where we're going to, we need to really dial in, where are we right now? So ask yourself, are you currently showing up consistently or only when you feel motivated? Are you keeping promises to yourself or breaking them more often than not? Are you prioritizing your health or just fitting it in when there's time? Because the truth is that your current results are a reflection of your current identity and habits. It's not your potential, it's not your intentions, it's your patterns. The identity that is keeping you stuck. Most people don't struggle because they don't know what to do. They're struggling because they're still operating from an old identity. Maybe this sounds like, I'm just someone who falls off track. I don't have time. I've never been consistent. I always start over. And when you truly believe that, you are going to act in accordance. Your brain is literally designed that way. Whatever you focus on, your brain is always looking for evidence to support that belief or thought. If you guys have ever bought a new car, all of a sudden you notice that car everywhere, right? This is a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, and it is designed to find the things that you want your focus on. And so if you just bought this shiny new car, now you all of a sudden see them everywhere versus before you never even noticed them before, right? And so this is the same thing with your brain. If you focus on all of the obstacles, all of the things that keep you stuck, you are going to continue spinning your wheels. Versus if you start to focus on what you do have control over and what type of identity you want to step into, your brain is going to look for evidence to support that. So if you say, I am the type of person who shows up and works out 3 times a week, non-negotiable, you are going to find evidence to support that, and you're going to act in accordance. Your habits are simply proof of who you believe you are. So if you keep identifying as someone who struggles, you'll continue to create the results that reinforce that. So who is her? If you decided to go all in, if you stopped playing small, if you actually followed through, who is the version of you on the other side of all of that hard work, all of that consistency? She is disciplined even when she doesn't feel like it. She is confident because she keeps promises to herself. She's energized because she fuels and moves her body with intention, and she's consistent. Not perfect, but committed. And she doesn't wait for motivation. She creates it through action. She doesn't negotiate with excuses. She follows through anyways. The gap between you and her. The gap isn't time or knowledge. The gap is alignment. Right now, your habits don't match the identity you say you want. You want her, but are you making decisions like her? Because every small choice is either going to reinforce your old identity or it's going to reinforce the next level of yourself. And of course, we've got homework after today's training. So your homework today is going to be reflecting and defining who her is. Who is she? And I want you to go post in the group. Spend some time getting crystal clear on who she is and how she wants to show up consistently, and ask yourself, how does she start her mornings? Does she hit the snooze, or does she keep her commitments to herself? What does she say no to in order to create space to say yes? How many days a week does she work out? What foods does she nourish her body with? What boundaries does she set in place to protect her peace and prioritize her goals and her values? Any questions, ladies? And before we go into Q&A, I'm going to end our live here on Instagram. Everyone who joined us, thank you so much for joining for today's live. We are going into our private Q&A, and we'll chat soon. Bye. How do I end this? Okay, and there we go. All right, we'll stop sharing here. And we got a couple minutes here for questions. I'm going to check the chat here. Naomi made it to the live and studying for a big exam. Miss Naomi is busy studying for an exam that is tomorrow, and she still showed up to today's live training and signed up for this 4-day challenge with 2 exams scheduled in this week. So if you were making the excuse that you're too busy and you don't have time, Miss Naomi is living proof that you can overcome these obstacles. All right, ladies.
Are those slides available for us to look at?
Absolutely. You will be provided all of the slides as well as the live training replay once it's all uploaded, once I finish today's live.
Okay, because I didn't get written down everything we're supposed to answer.
That's okay. I will make a post in the group with your homework as well.
Okay.
It's a great question, though. Any other questions from either today's training or from the challenge so far? Any obstacles or hurdles we might be facing?
Still not totally clear. Not totally clear.
Miss Pamela, mute one of your devices. You're doubling right now.
Intentional movement.
Here, I'll mute it.
Okay, I thought I did. Sorry.
That's okay. You have the phone and the iPad, so it's doubling.
Okay. I think I've turned the phone off. Okay. So I'm not totally sure on what intentional movement is. Is this something that's outside of what our regular workouts and stuff are supposed to be?
Great question.
And is it all based on doing physical activity?
So daily intentional movement means that we are intentionally moving our bodies every single day. So that may include your scheduled workouts, but most of us don't have workouts scheduled every day, right? So obviously I don't want it to be just the workout specific, but they do check off as your daily movement in the challenge. In terms of like other ways to find movement, that might be doing some gardening. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's doing a yoga flow. Maybe it's stretching our bodies. Maybe it's going for a bike ride, a paddle, a hike, rollerblading, etc. Anything that is going to be moving your body, if you can get it outside, even better.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, of course. Any other questions for this evening, ladies?
Do we get triple credit if we do all 3 in one day?
Yes, that's extra points to the Ninja Creamy.
I did gardening, hiking, and rock hounding all in one day.
I love it. I love it. Post your social proof and go inspire other ladies in the group and create that positive ripple effect moving forward.
Oh,
And anyone who's on this live training today that is a client of mine, we are really carving the path to being leaders to all of these ladies that are kickstarting their momentum. So this week we are showing up. We are leading the way. We are hyping women up. We are in the community and sharing our wins and our struggles so that everyone can really get a feel for what it's like to have a positive community in our back corner when we are doing this, and how beneficial it can be to have other like-minded individuals along the same journey, and how much it benefits us to staying committed long term when we have that sense of accountability and community.
Lucy?
Yes?
I am so new to Instagram, not gonna lie, but I'm trying to transition away from Facebook and into Instagram. Can you see my posts? Like, are they working? Because I don't even know if I'm posting correctly.
I saw 2 so far. So I did share them, and then I saw
Okay,
one on
so
your
you
feed
are
and one on your
seeing.
story, I think. But
Okay, because yeah, my day 1 I just did in the Serious About Change, and then
yeah,
2 and 3 I did an Instagram,
yes,
and I
I
haven't
have
got to
seen them.
day 4 yet.
Yes, I have
Okay,
seen
so
them and
they're
I shared
working.
them.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were working or not. Cool, thank you.
Is anyone else hearing crackling, or is that my phone ready to blow up?
It's been coming and going. I've been hearing it.
Is it my mic? Is it this?
I'm not
No,
hearing it.
it's happening when other people are talking too, and
Oh,
it just sounds like my phone is definitely overheating in my hand, and I was like, I don't know if this is a me thing or a Zoom thing, but yeah,
I don't hear any crackling on my end personally. So,
it's fine now.
but it might be
It's
me. I
like it
might be the
waited for
issue.
me to ask a question in the chat to stop happening. But
Weird.
anyways, it's all good.
Interesting. Okay. We'll take note of that for the next one, and hopefully we don't have any more crackling. Any other questions or concerns before we start to wrap things up, ladies?
Not for me.
Sweet. All right. So, ladies, if you are new to this challenge and you are looking for a structured program, some accountability, and a clear action plan to move forward after this 4-day challenge, DM me strategy calls so that we can schedule it in for a quick call to discuss a little bit more what your goals are, what you're looking to achieve together, and how I can best serve you along your fitness journey going forward after this challenge. And definitely don't hesitate on this, because my schedule is filling up really quickly, and I want to make sure we get enough time to get you all in for a quick consultation call. So message me after this live. Don't forget, you have homework after today's live. So your homework is really diving into creating a crystal clear path and image as to who is she? Who is the highest version of you? That version of you that's the 2.0. If you went all in, what could she do? How would she walk? How would she talk? How would she show up? What boundaries would she set in place? And really get dialed in on creating the crystal clear image so that we can really start to identify the gap as to where we currently are, what actions are necessary to get you to where you'd like to be. And then go post your biggest takeaways in the group as well, so we can go inspire the other ladies to watch this replay once it is posted this evening and get all of the value. And don't forget, after today's live, we will be announcing our Amazon gift card winner for attending today's call and crushing the challenge. So to enter in for that $20 Amazon gift card, you have to be live for the call, and you have to get your workouts in and your daily habits complete. So if you haven't already, please make sure to do that by the end of today as soon as possible before I announce today's winner. And don't forget, we've got a grand prize being announced this Friday. So you will have workouts and habits up until Thursday. Friday morning will be offboarding, but there will be an announcement in the morning. And again, if you're looking for continued access to the app and what that might look like going forward, please don't hesitate to reach out as soon as possible so we can get you scheduled in for a strategy call. All right, I'm off for my next call. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and let's go crush the rest of this 4-day challenge, ladies.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you.